Hello everybody. Thank you very much for paying attention to our video review. Dear viewer, I kindly ask you to like this video. Your like is greatly needed to spread the channel. Guru.Markets. Now we will analyze the main fundamental indicators of the company CASS Information Systems Inc., ticker CASS. This review is based on current information as of August 8, 2024. According to Classification Guru, Markets organization CASS Information Systems belongs to the subcategory. Payments, 62 organizations take part in the analysis. This is very representative. We start with summary data about the company. If necessary, you can pause the video. You can view all the indicators of the corporation under study in detail. Access to the database with the structure of company tickers is absolutely free and free. Please provide a link to the stock analysis to your friends and acquaintances. Well, let's finally begin. Market capitalization of the organization CASS Information Systems, Inc. valued at $0.52 billion. With a subcategory market capitalization of $1,507 billion. CASS Information Systems accounts for a share of 0.035%. This is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $0.23 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $221 billion. CASS Information Systems Inc. constitutes a share of 0.103%. Comparing the occupied shares of exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Share CASS Information Systems Inc. in a subcategory when assessing market value is 0.035%. The balance sheet capitalization is 0.103%. This is a 194% increase in market capitalization share. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory. Good 1 point. Final company assessment CASS Information Systems Inc. will be presented at the very end of the review. Please review the logic of the study in full. The analyzed company's financial liabilities amount to $0.007 billion. Debt-to-book capitalization is 3% of capital. Result on the level of debt obligations of the company. Very good, 2 points. The company's stock price to earnings ratio is 19.3. While the average for the subcategory is 26.3, which is 27% lower than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the market value to profit ratio in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good 1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $27 million. Future earnings over the next 12 months are expected to be $35 million, which is 29.2% more than now. Estimation of the expected future profit indicator in comparison with in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's price-to-sales ratio is 2.4. The subcategory average is 5.3, which is 55% lower than the subcategory average. Assessment of the stock market value to revenue ratio in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $220 million. Projected revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $280 million. which is 27% more than at the current moment. Assessing the performance of projected future sales volumes in comparison with the performance of subcategory companies. Good, 0.5 points. The margin is 12.6%, with an average for the subcategory of 20.1%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 7.5%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share in terms of the number of subcategory personnel is 0.276%. This is a 689% increase in market capitalization share. This fact reflects the imbalance of the company's current exchange price CASS information systems, probably towards underestimation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $398,000. Whereas for the subcategory, $3,157,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's indicators is 87.4%. Estimation of the company's market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The amount of profit for each employee of the company is $20,800. With the average in the subcategory, $120,200. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 83%. Estimation of profit per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The sales volume per individual employee of the organization is $166,000. By subcategory, $598,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 260%. Estimation of sales volume per individual company employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The volume of short transactions is 1.3%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.4%. This is a short squeeze risk indicator. Indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 40% for the company CASS Information Systems, Inc. Whereas for the subcategory this level is approximately 42%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are quoted in the same way as the company's shares CASS Information Systems, Inc. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price CASS Information Systems and subcategory companies. We see that over 12 months, the promotion's CASS Information Systems, Inc. showed a change of minus 0.1%. Against price changes for the subcategory, 2.7%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but it is necessary to keep this fact in mind. Before showing the total score, we kindly ask. Write your assessment of the company CASS Information Systems in the comments to this security assessment. We look at every comment and try very hard to respond to almost every response in the comments. The result is 6.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 1.6 points. If you look broadly, within the entire US stock market in the aggregate, we see that the average score for the US stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against a score of 6.5 for the company CASS Information Systems, Inc. Let's look at the order table, which is available to everyone. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions by the evaluation information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and link in pinned comment. As a result of stock valuation CASS information systems, Information and Reference Assessment System.GURU.Markets, the following decision was made. Open an order for a reason CASS Information Systems Inc., the most undervalued company in the subcategory. Let us remind you that earlier on May 4, 2024, we published an order. Ticker PAYO. Information and Reference System for Stock Valuation Guru.Markets. The following decision is made on this order. Close the deal. The final profit was 27.4%. Thank you, audience, for watching to the end and for using the Information and Reference System Guru.Markets. You all really are the coolest audience on the entire planet.